Accommodation in Ghana is not easy. Renting a place in Accra is not easy. To find a place to sleep with your own money, it'll be very, very stressful. Agents go take your money. Wow, bread. You go reach the house. 2 weeks there, you want to leave because you have an issue with your landlord. My name is Ace Kanti. This episode of Yah of the Day is brought to you by Tap Tap Send. Yes, the Tap Tap Send Bruna Chedia promo is still on. Send more money and win amazing prizes. You can send money to me if you don't have anyone to send your money to. Yes, this lady posted a screenshot of a conversation she had with a landlord. She wanted to rent a place, accommodation, baby, too, and then the landlord was asking her some questionnaires, like the landlord they work for WAEC. For 30 questions, a man no bisa girl. And this is the conversation. What do you do for a living? Then the lady was like, general nurse. These are the questions that followed. How long do you need the room for? Where do you work? Are you married? Would you be stay alone or with people? Do you have a fiancé or someone you are seeing? If yes, would they be staying with you? If no, please reply. And then, okay, please note that we don't want the place to be handled as a hotel, since it's a home and it needs to be treated with respect. The last question was, do you have a Ghana card? Then the lady screenshot the chat and then she posted on Twitter. And people were complaining. As I sit here now, if I'm the landlord, I'll ask more questions than this. This there will be very small. Yes, this be very legitimate questions to ask. Very important questions to ask your tenant. The reason being that, you see, we have seen reports on social media say, Obia rented dying, he killed somebody for the room inside. Somebody rents room, then something they happen. And these questions that the landlord, how long do you need the room for? 2 years, 3 years? Where do you work? I need to know your profession. Are you married? I need to know so that if somebody come, I can choke to your boyfriend that this person come the house inside. If you guys don't know this, if you are staying in a house, in an apartment that belongs to someone, then something happens in the house. The first person the police arrest be the landlord. The first person the police will get in contact with be the landlord. Because ni fear now, what you be fear now, who a landlord ni baby son. So these questions that the landlord asks, I don't see anything wrong with it. Do you have a fiancé or someone you are seeing? Just let me know. Maybe the landlord is crashing on you. Or maybe he wants to ask for your hand in marriage for his son. You don't know. Note that the place wouldn't be used for a hotel. Some of you rent. See, my mom has apartments, they take rent. One person who can't rent the room 3 months' time, then they are like 15 in a 2-bedroom house. Some people rent and then they will bring girls day in, day out. See, people feel like when you rent a room in Ghana, you rent the room, so the landlord doesn't have any right to ask you or question you with respect to whatever you do in the room. At the end of the day, the room no be your own. Someone rented at my mommy's place, I think 4 years back. Anytime the guy is coming back from work, he they bring 2 girls. My mommy asked him one day, he said that one girl no they reach him. One girl is not enough, so he they bring 2. This is not like a story I've heard. My mommy's house, a guy rented there. And then anytime he come back from work, mostly weekend, he comes with 2 girls. When my mom confronted him one day after the girls, he was like, one girl no they reach him, so they bring 2 for his personal satisfaction. But you can't use someone's apartment. The fact that you have paid doesn't mean the house, you buy the house. That's why you rent some apartment and then lack save no day on your side. Because the things they do for the room, it not go help you. Some things that people do in some room. Now, this girl will come. Some people rent Ajwa, Efia, Ama, baby. How? So if the landlord is asking you, please don't use the room for a hotel or a guest house, it makes sense. Do you have a Ghana card? Yes, because I'm sure this guy, he votes for Baumia. That's why he's asking this particular question. Yes. Do you have a Ghana card? So that in case something happens, when they track you, they use the Ghana card. Maybe, I don't know if you could do photocopy of your Ghana card and add it to the tenancy agreement. I don't know. I think the Ghana card is the only thing I have a problem with. That be the only thing. But apart from that, do you have a fiancé? You can be in an apartment where 2 guys will come and then they will be fighting. But if I'm the landlord and I know who the original fiancé is, when I'm maybe Patantokwan, I know who to hold. And I know who to support and who not to support because you have introduced this person to me. Are you married? Is your boyfriend in Ghana or is here? So if I see someone there, I know But people feel like, utofie, what rented dino? Landlord, don't ask me anything before I have paid. If it is easy, go to your father's house and go and stay there. Now, people have developed the habit of not staying in apartments where the landlord also lives in because they feel it comes with a lot of problems. But it's also part. But some landlords, they worry. I've stayed in an apartment at Tesano before. If I mention the woman name, but everybody for Tesano go know one. See, I had a visitor. She tear the visitor in dresses. She no go make the girl enter the house. Yeah. The landlady said nobody's supposed to visit us in the house. Nobody at all. Before someone will visit you, you have to take the person to the landlady. So sit down with the person and talk to the person. What is your name? Serious. My roommates know this thing. See, what is your name? How do you do? What work do you do? How long do you know this guy? And she will talk for a very long time. Now, the girl never spend 2 hours, they fear and 1 hour, 30 minutes. There was a time my roommates brought a female. He introduced the lady to the landlady. Then she did talk plus for like almost 35 minutes. The lady was like, she wants to leave. The landlord said she's walking out of her. That was the beginning. So someone came to visit me. She said she not going to make the person enter. She tear the person in dress. Say, nah, this house, nobody go enter. So some landlords and Kasa, they have problems. But this one, she has not moved in yet. She's now coming in. So the landlord said, okay, me. These are my rules and regulations. So that should in case I see said 3 boys are in the room, I know that it's a foursome. 3 guys are in the room, I know this is what is happening. What work do you do? General nursing. So that share white now man who say some my neighbor a nurse very, very simple. Are you renting a house where you don't tell maybe you're a policeman, you don't tell the landlord you're a police. Now you now she come landlord ni yem she no go to baby no way. The 2 now apartment and the so sometimes the questions the landlord asks me right now, I'm a landlord. My mother's property is my property. Those of you who sit online and say your father's money is not your money, is it your money? My father's money is my money. If you think it belongs to you, Branebeji. They asked someone on the show last week, say, what do you do for a living? He said he's a next of kin. What I do for a living, I'm a landlord. What do you do for a living? I'm a landlord. Rent now. So me, I have questionnaires. I have set questionnaires down. If you want to rent at my mommy's place, she'll call me. Now me ban. Mama questionnaires, no one answer. You take. Very good. Oh, how bad are you? How punctual are you when you are coming back to the house? I lock my gate. There are some houses, they lock the gate exactly 8 p.m. near 2. To me, after 8 down, the country, me fear, I say, me baby. If you feel you have some people avoid these questions that the landlord asks. Some people will tag along. They will deceive the landlord and rent the apartment. Later, then they'll be fighting with the landlord. Please, this particular issue, I see nothing wrong with it apart from the Ghana card. Ghana card, they mean but apart from that, are you seeing someone? But are you seeing someone today with some will? Are you seeing someone? Would you stay alone or with people? Where do you work? No, where do you work? Where do you work with respect to what? I don't know, but the girl is a lady and the landlord be guy. So they understand. Some people were drawing conclusions in the comment section. Say maybe the landlord, they find the lady very attractive. So he wants to know. Now, you understand? All those things, and you have a problem. But next, but no fear. It be very, very cool. If you know that you can't abide by the rules and regulations, don't go into any house. Open to me rented dine, then you put 10, single room, 10 people. You go to some place you want to rent, they ask you, are you a Nigerian? Are you a Ghanaian? Are you a foreigner? Some people don't like foreign. The place I am staying now, the landlord said the person will move out the day they move. How I go see this be the person shit spot the washroom, you know, flash where you go. That's what my landlord told me. How? So what? Maybe the landlord can't see your shit. Then what? Some tenants, they will fool. See, when you confront them, they'll be like, me mommy will feel crass. If your mommy has a house in the village, to dine in Accra and everything. If you can't abide, just go home. Some people would not agree with me in the comment section with respect to the questions the landlord asked. But me, wherever I said, these questions, they make sense. Do you know the rent? Ghana card, very, very cool for me. I don't have any problem. So guys, tell me what you think in the comment section before like the questions be extreme or some of the questions here is not needed. Some questions be foolish or be useless. Let's have a conversation in the comment section. My name is Ace Kanti. This episode of Year of the Day is brought to you by. No, but if they come, if landlord go set questions like this, if your landlord can set questions like this, I reserve my comments. Tell me what you think in the comment section. My name is Ace Kanti. This episode was brought to you by Tap Tap Send. I'm out.